Jacob, it's great to finally have you on. I've been wanting to have you on MUSE TV for a while now.
Great.
So it's great to have you on talking about National Treasure.
It's my honor.
No problem, man. You play Rafael Rios. This show has been so good. We're getting towards the end of this first season. What has it been like, and what has the experience been like?
Working on the show, it's just been great. I mean, it's been a great experience exploring, this character. He's such a complex, character. Here's this guy who's been in prison for 20 years, protecting this treasure. That's it's been his family duty to protect his treasure, and he's giving up so much. He's given up his family. He's given up, his daughter. So I feel like now that Jess has come to see him and discover that he's alive, you know, he maybe hopes that he can, like, rekindle that relationship in a way, but at the same time protect this treasure. So there's a lot of like complexities there, but also it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. We're working with Lizette. She's a great actress. Such a natural talent. I know she's a fresh face and one of her first jobs, and I think she's doing an amazing job with this.
Yeah, definitely. And last episode was really good. Leaves you on a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Uh, it was an interesting take because we weren't sure about where her father is at this point. But in that last episode, it really did show like where your character is now in
Yeah.
the storyline.
Yeah, and that's what I love about the show. It just keeps you guessing, all the way. Every episode leaves you with a cliffhanger, leaves you with questions, and I love, audience are saying like it just keeps getting better and better, and it leaves you, it just kind of leaves you hanging, leaves you wanting more. So you guys are ready for you guys, the finale will be on actually tomorrow night, and so it's going to be a roller coaster of an episode.
Yeah. When
Sure.
you look back at this whole season and how it's attracted so many different audiences,
Yeah.
and your legacy from the work that you have done, what has this meant to you with this project?
I love being a part of this show. I love that it's such a diverse show,
Mhm.
and it has people from all, different backgrounds in the show. But I also love how it centers on a Latino family. Jess, who has the DACA status,
Mhm.
and it does kind of shed some light on that, and how here these people who have come here to this country as children, and who are now living and working in the US without any hope of becoming citizens, and but also that doesn't paint them as victims. Jess is a strong individual, and she's brilliant. She's resilient. I think those are the images that we need to see more of, and also to play a father. I That's, to me, is, now that I am a father, that there's some parallels there, and I really think, for me, it's important to explore that part of my life.
Yeah.
And so, yes, I think it's I've just been having a great time with this.
Mhm. Yeah, I look at it now as I've gotten older, and I look back to when I was a kid in the late 70s, early 80s, where you didn't really see people like us
Right.
leading roles or telling stories about our culture. And I see it now, and I'm like, wow, I wish I would have grown up this time
Right.
than
Yeah.
back then,
Yeah.
because maybe I would have been doing something different. What do you think about, and how important is it to tell stories like this, especially for younger generations that are now seeing this and now want to be in your shoes, the
Right.
producers, the directors?
No, I think it's vital. I think it's vital that our community gets to see ourselves on screen. And the images that come out of television are very powerful. Because they form how we see ourselves. It forms how other people see us. And yeah, like, I think you and I kind of grew up in the
Yeah.
same time, where growing up, I remember speaking Spanish was frowned upon. I mean, we would get punished for speaking Spanish, and so, in order to survive, we had to assimilate as quickly as possible. And I feel like we lost a lot of identity, a lot of our culture. And I love that this generation is embracing, the cultures, embracing, the language, embracing the Spanish music, so there's a lot more pride here. And I think that's with, slowly, you just seeing yourself on screen. It changes that, and it gives you, like hope, and it gives you, and it empowers you.
Yeah, especially like after this past weekend with Bad Bunny opening the Grammys,
Right,
but you've never, I don't remember seeing that before.
right.
Latino opening the Grammys, and now you got to. And I can't say enough about Disney and Disney Plus pushing that envelope and showing more diverse
Yeah, I
stories.
think Disney is doing an amazing
Mhm.
thing with pushing the diversity envelope. I really, they really are. I mean, there's so many shows where we get to see ourselves on screen, and we get to see ourselves as heroes.
Mhm.
We get to see our, taking our destiny in our own hands. And think that's what you see in our show as well. Jess she's smart, she's resilient. She's taking her own destiny in her own hands, and I think that's important for young Latinas to see, and also, fathers to see that themselves up on that screen as well.
Exactly. And that's
Yeah,
one thing that with the slate, I mean, we're getting the end of National Treasure, a, a bunch of Latinos in it, which is great. We
yeah,
got the Proud Family, which is already launched, and now we got Mandalorian coming up with Pedro Pascal.
yeah.
This is a great time for Latinos and Latino actors
It
and television.
is. Yeah, yeah. It's a great time. Look, I mean, I started when I was 12 years old. And what's really sad is one of my headshots was me wearing a bandana because there was only, gang member roles to play.
Yeah.
So I love that here we are, later, that I'm playing a role, where that's it's a strong, loving, caring father.
Yeah,
It's great.
exactly. So
Yeah.
to tie things back into National Treasure, what can we expect? What could we expect for this final episode, which airs tomorrow?
Oh, this final episode is going to be crazy. I mean, there's so much going on. It's actually like a very physical episode as well. Lizette and I like running, all over the place. I remember we were like running and sweating our butts off in Baton Rouge.
Mhm.
But I feel like, it's going to answer a lot of questions. It's going to be a very like a physical, but also very like emotional roller coaster. So yeah, it's going to be fun.
Well, we cannot wait. I'm gonna be up tonight at 11:50 because I
All
know
right.
Disney Plus looks to drop those episodes at 11:50, so I'm gonna be waiting at
Oh,
11:50
really? Okay.
to make
Nice.
sure that I get to see this final episode because love the series, big fan,
Well,
and
thank you.
thank you so
Appreciate it.
much for stopping with us. Really appreciate it.
Hey, thank you for having me.
I've been a big fan of yours for a long time.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate
Ever
that.
since especially after next Friday.
Oh, next Friday. Yeah.
I wish we could see it come back, but I doubt it's gonna.
It'd be great. I know like Ice Cube's been trying to get the final one in. Who knows? Hey, I would never say never, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Jacob, thank you so much for stopping with us.
Hey, it was my pleasure, man.
Thank you enough.
Thank you.
No problem. Thank you.
Bye.